Join me as I explore whether humans can actually survive on Mars by 2025. I'll break down the challenges we face and what it would take to make it happen. For decades, scientists and engineers have been fascinated by the possibility of human life on Mars. And why not? The Red Planet, with its barren landscape and towering mountains, has captivated our imagination like no other. But what if I told you that we might be on the cusp of making this sci-fi fantasy a reality? NASA and private companies like SpaceX are working towards making human settlement on Mars a possibility as early as 2025. But can we really overcome the daunting challenges that come with surviving on a hostile alien planet? Mars is a pretty inhospitable place. The average temperature is around -67 degrees Celsius, which is way colder than the coldest place on Earth. And if you thought that was bad, the atmosphere is so thin that it can't even protect you from harmful radiation. Not to mention the massive dust storms that can last for weeks or even months. If we were to send humans to Mars, they'd have to be incredibly resilient to survive these harsh environmental conditions. The lack of resources is another major hurdle. Mars has no breathable air, no liquid water, and no food that we can eat. We'd have to bring everything with us, from oxygen generators to food supplies, which would add a lot of weight and complexity to any mission. And what about energy? How would we power our habitats and life support systems? Then there are the health concerns. Prolonged exposure to microgravity can cause a range of health problems, from muscle loss to vision impairment. And let's not forget the psychological toll of being cooped up in a spacecraft for months at a time. Can you imagine the feeling of being trapped in a metal tube with no escape? It's a daunting prospect, to say the least. Researchers are working on some pretty innovative solutions to these challenges. For example, NASA is developing a new habitat design that can simulate a gravitational force similar to Earth's. This would help mitigate some of the health effects associated with microgravity. They're also experimenting with inflatable habitats that can be easily transported and deployed on Mars. Private companies like SpaceX are also making significant strides. Their Starship program aims to develop a reusable spacecraft that can take both people and cargo to the Red Planet. And did you know that SpaceX is also working on a specialized propulsion system that could potentially allow for faster travel times between Earth and Mars? Another area of research is life support systems. Scientists are exploring ways to recycle water, air, and waste, which would greatly reduce the amount of resources we'd need to bring from Earth. This closed-loop system would be crucial for sustaining life on Mars for extended periods. In recent months, there have been some major breakthroughs that could make Mars habitation a reality. For instance, NASA's Perseverance rover has been exploring Jezero Crater, where it discovered evidence of ancient lakes and rivers. This could be a game-changer for finding water on Mars, which is essential for human survival. Additionally, researchers have made significant progress in developing Martian soil into a viable medium for growing food. This could potentially allow future colonists to grow their own food, reducing their reliance on Earth-based supplies. Some of the most promising developments include advanced radiation protection systems, which could shield astronauts from deadly cosmic rays. We've also seen major strides in developing 3D-printed Martian habitats that can be created on-site using local materials. These innovations could greatly reduce the cost and complexity of establishing a human settlement on Mars. So, what does it all mean? While the challenges of surviving on Mars are significant, it's clear that scientists and engineers are making tremendous progress in overcoming them. With continued innovation and investment, it's not hard to imagine a future where humans are thriving on the Red Planet. Whether we'll make it happen by 2025 remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure, the possibilities are endless. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you're as passionate about space exploration as I am, be sure to check out some of my other videos on the subject. And don't forget to share your thoughts on Mars colonization in the comments below. Do you think we'll make it happen by 2025, or is it still a pipe dream?